Hello, in this Vulkan video, I am just going to run through what the code does that we copied and pasted in the setup video. You could have done this on Windows, like, the system I'm on right now. You could have done this on Mac using Molten VK, and you could have done this on Linux as well. The code is essentially the same. I did not explain it in those videos because they were merely setup videos. I want to explain it in here. In future videos, we'll be, having other different code. We'll, code it from scratch, create a better structure, classes, but it's still essential to learn what's happening here. Okay, so let's look at these two lines. This one, I'll look at this one first. This is just including GLFW, so you can use GLFW for stuff like window rendering and input like mouse and keyboard. This is just saying that for GLFW, make sure you include the Vulkan as well, because originally GLFW was set up for OpenGL, hence why GL is in the name. Okay, GLM. Okay, so let's just cover these. These are just including two GLM classes, a vector 4 and matrix 4x4. And these two lines are just saying force radians, which is very common to use instead of degrees, and force depth 0 to 1. So that basically refers to the normalized coordinate system. Without this, the normalized coordinate system will range between -1 and +1. So -1 will be the left side of the screen, and +1 will be the right side of the screen, and similar for top and bottom as well. But with 0 to 1, the left side of the screen is now 0 and the right side of the screen is now 1. So if you don't have it, it's -1 to 1. If you have it, it's 0 to 1. This is just a basic IO stream, input output. You got the main entry point. It has a return type of int, and first of all, just need to initialize GLFW. This is a requirement. You can have a look at the website for more information, or have a look at the comments. There's a lot of comments here, so feel free to check that out. Next, we just need to provide a window hint. So this just knows how to load up the window again. This, for the most part, like this sort of stuff, you just know that it needs to be done, and that's it. Next, we are creating a window. We provide a width and a height. You could change it to something like 1280 by 720, 1920 by 1080, totally up to you. Next is your window name, and I think these were the window and the share properties, I believe. Monitor and share. We're not specifying a specific monitor or another window to share with. We don't need to concern ourselves with that. Again, you can if you know what you're doing. So this is just an integer, an unsigned integer of extension count. So this will essentially check how many extensions the Vulkan on your computer supports. Just pass it in. There's a few different parameters that you could potentially pass in. You can pass in a layer name and properties as well. Here we don't really need them, so all we're doing is passing this in, and then it'll tell us if I was to run it. Taking a little while to run. Okay, and once it loads, you'll say 15 extensions supported. Fantastic. Next, these 3 lines here, though we don't need them, they were just there so we can make sure GLM, the maths library, is set up correctly. That's it. So this while loop is going to continue running while the window is open. So basically, while the window is not closed, then keep running. Inside here, you would do stuff like poll events. You would check for update, you would draw stuff, everything like that. So after this, you would update based on the events that you've polled, and then you would draw the content on the screen, which we'll be looking at later on. Next, you just destroy the GLFW window. You pass in the window that you want to destroy. You could potentially have multiple windows, that's why. GFW terminate will do some cleanup in the background, and then a return 0 to state that everything is a-okay. So that's an overview of the code that was in the setup videos. Really pretty simple, especially if you came from an OpenGL and GLFW background anyway. Most of this would be straightforward, and the couple of lines that are different, honestly, you will probably be able to figure out Anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord group. There's a link in the description. There's over 4,500 members. There's a channel for Vulkan programming as well, so feel free to check that out. That's really it. There's a link in the description to the GitHub page as well, where you can get all the source code. Obviously, we didn't write any new source code in here. We were just going over stuff, but all of this is in the setup sections and anyway, and they're basically templates that you could download and just start using straight away without any extra specific setup. So that's it. I look forward to seeing you in the next Vulkan video, and bye bye.